Hi soulmates, you're welcome to my channel. My name is Teclar Ezugu, and in today's video I'll be teaching you how I was able to achieve this beautiful pencil skirt on your screen right now. So if this sounds like something that you like to learn, go ahead now, like this video already, subscribe to this channel if you have not done so, and also remember to turn on your notification bell so that you, my precious one, will be the very first person to know anytime I upload a new tutorial. So for this particular video, I'll be making use of this Mikado fabric, and it is about 1.5 yard. The length is 60 inches and it is the shiny mirror part of Mikado fabric. So this corset is the funnel corset that we already made from this channel, and I'll be using it to make this dress. So when we are done making our skirt, I will show you how to attach it to the corset part. So in order to sew my skirt, I am now going to go ahead to fold my fabric into two. And you know that this is the sewing tutorial of the pattern drafting of the long skirt pattern drafting that we have already done. So I just brought my pattern and I am now going to go ahead to place it on my fabric, and I am going to go ahead to cut that out. So for this particular pattern, we are going to cut the front part first. And you also remember that from the pattern drafting, we did not add any side allowance or any seam allowance to the pattern. So just go ahead to pin your pattern to your fabric, and then I am now going to go ahead to add 1 inch allowance to the sides of my skirt. Just go ahead to add 1 inch allowance to the sides of your skirt, just the way you can see me do. So I will add that all the way from the waist to the hemline, and I am going to go ahead to connect. Also note that the same exact way that you placed your ruler when you were cut drafting on the pattern is exactly the same way you should maintain placing your ruler when you are adding the seam allowance, so that everything can be able to align. And you will also notice that I didn't add any extra allowance on the hemline, but if you want to do so, is not a problem. All it will do is that it's going to extend the length of your skirt. Let's say, for example, you want your skirt to be flowing on the floor. You know all these pencil skirts that flows on the floor, you can add any extra allowance that you have. So after adding my allowance, you can see what I have. I am now going to go ahead to just cut this out, to cut out my front pattern. And after cutting it out, this is what I have. Can you see that? So you can see the way I have added in my seam allowance to my pattern. So right now I am now going to go ahead to place my fabric again in order to cut out my back pattern. And you know that this fabric is on fold, which automatically means that anything I cut out, I've also cut out the left and the right side. So now I went ahead to pin down my pattern on my fabric, and just the same exact way that I added 1 inch on the side of my front, I also did the same thing on the side of my back, just the way you can see. And then on the waistline, remember to come up by ½ inch so that you can use that ½ inch to join it to your corset. And I will also tell you that this particular skirt pattern is only when your waist is snatched, which means maybe when you're making a corset. Now on the other side, I will be adding 1.5 inches. When I'm making for my clients, I normally add like 1, but for the sake of this tutorial, I will be using 1.5 inches, both as the back center back seam allowance and also for the zipper allowance. And you are also taking note of the fact that any particular way that I placed my curved ruler is exactly the same way I am placing it while marking my chalk on my fabric. So you can see what we have after everything. So on that zipper part, on the center part of my back, I add 1.5 inches seam allowance. You can add 2 if you want, but just remember that any allowance that you have, you are still going to take it out when you are sewing on your on your machine when you are sewing your fabric. So if you added extra 1.5, remember that you use 1.5 inches to join. Now also notice that I am notching all my horizontal lines. Go ahead to notch all your horizontal line because this is going to help you to join the front and the back together. Remember that since you have already allocated the butts both on the front and the back, the joining parts, the sides might not be equal. So go ahead to notch every part. Take note of the way I am notching on the knee. I did notch on the upper hip, on the hip line itself, and also on the knee, both on the side and then on the center. Do this on the back. And right now, just go ahead to also do the same thing on your front as well. So you can see the way I am picking my upper hip and then I notched it. I picked my hip as well and then I notched it. Now, if you fail to do this, just know that your skirt might have a very small problem. So remember to notch every part because it's going to guide you on how you are going to do this. So now that we have done this, let's just ride on and then join the front and the back together. So I am going to remove my pattern pieces at this point and I am going to open up my center front so you can see what we have. And then I'm going to go ahead to place the back on it and I am going to show you how we are going to stitch this together. Now, if this is your first time coming to my channel, my name is Teclar and this is the sewing tutorial of our long skirt master class. This long skirt is for bespoke dresses, especially bespoke dresses that has a snatched waist, or for corset dresses. So if you have not seen the pattern drafting, I'm going to leave the link in the comment or in the description. Just go right ahead and check it out after watching this video. Now at this point, you can decide to cut out your lace if the lace you are using is not a stone lace. If it is a stone lace, you are going to do lace placement. And then before sewing, also go ahead to iron down your fabric and also overlock all the sides. I didn't overlock all the sides or weave all the sides because I didn't have an overlocking machine close to me. So I just decided to go ahead and create the tutorial like that. So now you remember that what we added for the back is 1.5 inches. So I am first going to join my two back skirts together. I'm just marking that 1.5 inches all the way to my knee line. Can you see that? And I am going to go ahead to connect that together. So if it is 2 inches that you added at this point, just go ahead, use that 2 inches to stitch it down. Please, if you added 2 inches allowance, also make sure to take out that same 2 inches when you are stitching your back. And then you would also notice that on every particular side that I use a curved line to connect, I'm also taking note of that, just like this particular place I'm connecting now. So if you used a curve to connect that part, just go ahead to use that curve to connect it and then blend in all your edges. Now, this place that I highlighted now is my knee line. If you would want your slit to start immediately after your bum or on your knee line, then you are going to stitch all the way to that particular place. But for me, I would actually like my slit to come down a little bit so that it is not way too open. This is your choice to make. So for my own knee line, I'm going to come down by 2.5 inches from the knee line, and this is going to serve as my slit opening. You can decide to leave it on your knee line, you can decide to come down, you can even decide to go down more depending on how open you would want your slit to be. So I have gone ahead to run a thread on top of it and you can see what I have. I'm just going to go ahead to open that up so that you see exactly how that looks. So can you see exactly what it looks? Now, the next thing you are going to do when you get to this point is that you are going to go over and give this a very good press so that it will relax. Press it all the way down with that same 1.5 inches allowance that you added. Can you see the way it looks? Can you see how the slit is coming out so fine? And you will remember that this is the back pattern that I went ahead to close like this. Can you see the way I have ironed it down? So just carefully go ahead and iron everything down so that it will relax very well. So right now, I am going to go ahead to now place the front on it so that we can be able to join it together. Now, you would notice that the front and the back is not aligning when you place it together. That is the very same reason why I told you to make sure that you notch on your fabrics after cutting it out on your pattern, right? So you can see the way I am placing the notch together. It is only this notch that is going to guide you on how you are going to stitch down the front and the back together. So just know that if you forget to make this notch, you are going to have small problem after joining your skirt. So you can see the way I'm taking note of the notch, and then I am placing one side of the front to the side of the back, and then I'm just going to go ahead to do the same thing on the other side as well. Please, I am going to repeat it again. Kindly make sure to notch every single part. Notch your upper hip, notch on your hip line, and also notch on your knee line, right? So now after pinning that, the next thing that you're going to do is that you're not going to go ahead to use 1 inch to sew it all the way down. Can you see the way I'm using my office pin to secure everything? So right now, I'm not going to use 1 inch to sew it all the way down. Remember that the extra allowance that we added is 1 inch. So just go ahead to use that 1 inch to sew it. Please, if you added extra 1 inch, make sure to use that 1 inch to sew it. If you added extra 1.5, use that 1.5 inches to sew it. You would also notice that I stitched half inch on the hemline. The only reason why I did this is because I would be folding the down part, and since I did not overlock it, I'll just go ahead to fold in 1.5 yards just to give it a neat finish. So right now, after giving that a good press, you can see how fine my skirt is already coming out. You can see how beautiful this is. You would also notice at this point that the back is actually bigger than the front, which is how it should be. If you have not liked this video, go ahead now to like this video. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, just know that at this point, you are the one that is missing out. So go now to hit that subscribe button. Also check out other tutorials that we have on the channel. We also have a WhatsApp community of over 600 tailors across the world that you can join, that you can ask questions. All you have to do is click on the WhatsApp link. I'm going to leave it in the comment section of this video, and it will bring you directly to my WhatsApp so that you can join the group both on WhatsApp and Telegram. So after hemming the down part with my 1.5 inches, you can see exactly what I have, and you can see how neat this skirt is. And then I promised you guys I'm going to show you how to attach this to your corset, especially if your client is not available for fitting. So right now we are going to go ahead to determine where we are going to add our zipper, the length of our zipper, because definitely your skirt is going to have a zip. So for me, from my waist down, I like using 9 inches. You can use 10, you can even use 8, but 9 always works for me. So I'm going to use 9 inches from the waist down. And since we stitch that part up, I'm just going to go ahead to open it up, because that is exactly where we are going to stitch our zipper. And then I'll just go ahead to stitch on that place where the zipper is going to stop. And right now I am going to find the midpoint of my skirt. Can you see what I am doing? So now that I found the midpoint of my skirt, it is going to serve as a guide for me to join it on the corset, right? So I am now going to go ahead. I've already marked the half length of my corset. The half length is just 3 inches below the underbust. So this chalk that I drew is going to guide me on how to attach my skirt to my corset. Now, if your client is available for fitting, this is the point where she now comes to do first fitting. So she wears the corset and then you now wear her the skirt, see how it looks, see the best suit for the waistline, and then you now shape the skirt on her body. But since my client is not available for fitting, I'm just going to go ahead to place the right side of the skirt on the right side of the corset, center to center. I'm placing the center notch of my skirt to the center of my corset, and I am just going to go ahead to pin that down. You can see the way I am placing that. I'm just going to leave you to watch that and see how I am pinning it down. So this is going to serve as a guide for me to now hand tack the skirt to my corset. So after hand tacking, you can see exactly what I have. I had to hand tack it on the inside so that it does not show on the outside. Can you see how neat this hand tacking is? Can you see exactly how it is? Can you see that? So you can just go ahead to hand tack it just exactly on that line that I drew on my waist. Just get your half length and then hand tack it on your half length. You could also see the back. You can see the way I did my back as well. Now, after doing this, you can now go ahead to now attach your zipper. This is now the point where you put your zipper allowance. Kindly also note that you can do this on your client if your client is available for fitting. I think that method is even more reliable. But if your client is not available for fitting, just go ahead to use this method to do it. Many of you has been asking me, Ma, when is our dressmaking masterclass coming up? You don't want to learn how to make corsets, you don't want to learn how to make skirts, you want to learn how to make a full dress from the pattern to the sewing to the embellishment. Now, the good news is that our masterclass is here, and our masterclass is going to take place on January 2026. Yes, that is when I'll have time to give you all the things that I know about dressmaking. Sometimes when I post a dress that my clients wear on this YouTube, you all keep asking, oh, give us the tutorial, give us the tutorial. So our dressmaking masterclass is coming up by January 2026. So I want you to use these few months that is coming to set aside some money because you have to be in that class. Yes, you have to be in that our master class, right? Now, you would also notice that on this particular kit, that 1.5 inches allowance that I have is exactly what I'm using to attach my zip. Now, after attaching my zip, this is what I have, guys, and I hope this video was worth your while. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please go ahead to tell me in the comments what other tutorial would you like to see on this channel, and also remember to like, and also remember to join our corset class. It's just 10,000 naira. You can use the seller link on our bio or use the WhatsApp link in the description box of this video or in the comments to reach out directly on WhatsApp. We also have our pricing calculators for tailors. In order to know how to charge for your services, all you have to do to get the pricing calculator is use the WhatsApp link in the comments. And until my next video, guys, my name is Teclar Ezugu, and I enjoyed this beautiful, fantastic tutorial because I poured out my heart into it. And will you be using this method to make your corset dresses? If you do, please tell me and then tag me in the video. And also, thank you so much for watching. Remember to subscribe and like. Until my next video, bye.